Mia cucina in Italian means my kitchen. E la prima cosa che dovevo fare è prendere e saldare. So what did I say in Italian? The first thing that we need to do is to put on an apron. And I have chosen a beautiful apron today. And this is a beautiful one. Look how pretty and colorful. Summer is here for some of us. I know that some other people are probably getting snow in other parts of the world. But here in Florida, it is hot and sweaty. So this is all about a beautiful salad. And this salad is from Sardinia. And Sardinia is this beautiful island in Italy. And it's a very interesting cuisine. And they have their own beautiful pastas and they have their own beautiful things. And I am so excited that I am going to show you if I can tie my apron on. Mamma mia. I want to show you because I'm really, really excited. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this Fregola pasta. Fregola pasta, it looks like almost like couscous, okay? But it's a very different pasta. It's made by hand, not a machine. And I am personally using Fregola Sarda. Fregola Sarda, it comes in this little package. You can go to an Italian market, you can order it through Amazon, and I really, try this pasta out. It is so delicious, and it's gooey and chewy, and oh mamma mia, mi piace troppo assai. What did I say? Oh my God, I love it. I want to say hello to my dear friend. I think I see Joyce, I think I see Jeff, I see all these beautiful friends from all over the world. Thank you for joining me. We are live. And this is going to be a Fregola with tuna, but I'm also going to be utilizing, I could not find sardines here in Florida. What I did find is these amazing anchovy fillets. And they are tiny little ones. And this is, you can omit it, but that's what they look like. And what they have inside is capers. They are rolled in capers, and these are from Italy. I was able to get this from Italy, and I'm so happy because this is something when in Sardinia, this particular salad, they always top it with a saltfish. And so I wanted to bring something salty to this amazing deliciousness. So let's get this started. So what I've done is I have taken water and I did not salt it, and I added some of my pasta, and I have cooked 2 cups of this beautiful pasta. Let me bring it closer to you guys because you have to see how beautiful this pasta is. Look at that. Look at that. So I have 2 beautiful cups that I'm going to be utilizing, and I'm just going to put them right into this bowl. Now this pasta can be cooked ahead of time, so you can actually cook it the night before, and then when you take it out of the water, drain it really well, add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, yes, mix it up really, really well, and then the next day you can use it, okay? So it makes your life a lot easier. And that's exactly what I have here, and then I just kind of broke it up. So that's what I have right here. But now what I want to do is I want to bring your attention to the ingredients. So there will be 2 cups of cooked Fregola. In my case, it is Fregola Sarda. So look it up. It's a very yummy pasta. And then what I'm going to be utilizing, let me give you the ingredients. I'm going to be utilizing a 1/4 cup of olive oil, which I'm going to use the same identical bowl that the pasta came. So what I have here is right here, 1/4 cup of olive oil that I am just going to add right here. Because what happens is, the way that this is going to work, well, I'm going to show you. You know, this is another part of Italy. I like bringing you different foods from different parts of Italy, different parts of other parts of the countries in the world, because, you know, we're all one. We're all one. Alrighty, so then to this, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar. That's what I have, 3 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar. That's going to go right in here with this. And then I'm going to be utilizing 2 tablespoons of water. That's going to go right in here with this. And I'm just going to shiftily like this. Just kind of shiftily, no big deal. Now to this right here, you know, I'm just going to use this thing because I don't want to mess with anything else. All right, so then what I have to this right here is I have some fresh basil and fresh oregano. Then what I want to do is I want to get a good 1 tablespoon of fresh oregano and 1 tablespoon of fresh basil. So this is the basil that I just grew, and I'm just going to have it in the water here because, you know, I want to clean it, even though I just brought it from outside. I started with seed, and then I start putting them in different containers as they get bigger. And then when it gets big enough and, you know, nice and healthy, then I put it on my organic wonderful dirt that I have. And so I'm looking for a good tablespoon. And you know what I'm doing is, you see what I'm doing, guys? I'm taking the tops. You want to take the tops. Always take the tops of your basil, and your basil will continue to give you and give you and give you more. If you take the ones in the bottom, it doesn't help the plant. So what I'm doing is I am coming over here. See the tops? See what I'm doing right here? I'm clipping the tops. I'm clipping the tops, and actually they need to be clipped, because the more I clip the tops, the more it's going to give me more and more and more and more basil. That's what I have here. I think I have a pretty good, and even if I have more than 1 tablespoon, guys, guess what? I'm going to use it anyways, because, you know, this is an basil. We know we use it a lot in Italy. It's used, you know, all over the world. And the thing is believe it or not, it's an underutilized herb, and it's full of nutrients. So read about it. I'm not going to get into the nutrients. So this is what I have here, about a tablespoon. And you can see I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just, you know, being very gentle with them. Very gentle with them. And then what I have here is I grow my own organic oregano. Look how beautiful my it is just going everywhere. You know, if you guys can grow your own, I'm telling you, it's nothing like growing your own. I actually am growing 3 different oreganos. I'm growing a Greek oregano, I'm growing a Spanish oregano, and I am growing an Italian oregano. Woo! Yes, did you know there's so many oreganos? So what I'm looking again for a tablespoon, I'm not going to really measure, so I'm kind of eyeing the whole thing. All right, so I think I'm just going to use 3 of these because, you know, I love my oregano. I know where my oregano came from. I grew it myself. So what I want to do now with this is I want to chop this. All right, let me move this out of the way because I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. Remember, we have the 2 beautiful cups of this amazing, wonderful handmade pasta. These little guys are handmade, guys. I mean, they're little guys and they're handmade, not by a machine. And if you ever have the honor and the pleasure of going to Sardinia, you will find this salad. It is so tasty. It's so delicious. So I'm just going to chop these guys together. Very simple transaction. In the meantime that I'm chopping this, I am going to be telling you that I'm also going to be utilizing 1 chopped shallot, 1/3 cup of rinsed and chopped capers. That's what I have here. I also have tuna. I'm going to be utilizing tuna. Depending on the size of your families, how much tuna you have. I have quite a bit of tuna right here that I'm going to be implementing. I also have here 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt and pepper, and then I also have sun-dried tomatoes, and I took 3 sun-dried tomatoes, and I chop them all here. So my sun-dried tomatoes now, okay, is going to go right into the olive oil, just right into the olive oil. Also, the capers are going to go right into the olive oil. Remember that olive oil that I told you about? Remember that I told you that we used a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of water? That's what we have here. Let me get this out of the way. And then what I want to do now is I want to also add my shallots to this, because I want this to start blooming. I want all of these to start doing their thing. As I am finished chopping this, or remember all of our dry, you know, we had our salt, we had our pepper, we had our onion powder, we had our garlic powder, goes all in here like so. You know, we shifuli. Now remember, shifuli. If you go to Italy and you say shifuli, they're going to go, what? Shifuli is something that, you know, my family and I, we just kind of created, you know, mix. And you know what? I don't think I really remember the real name of mixing in Italian. I just call it shifuli. And then what I have here is I have a good 1/2 cup of cherry tomatoes that I have chopped, and these are my little tomatoes that I grow. These are my chocolate tomatoes that I grow, and I'm just going to go ahead and add my herbs right in here like so. Oh, mamma mia, che bellezza! I'm telling you, this is such an easy, delicious, wonderful summer pasta. Just take the little tomatoes, this is the little cherry guys, and then I just cut them in half. I cut them in half again. They go right in here. I have never grown chocolate cherry tomatoes, and let me tell you, this tomato plant, even though it's hot, is still giving me tomatoes. And you know what? And I'm happy. The more tomatoes it gives me, the more I can use them. So then what I want to do now is I want to come over here, and I want to make all this mixture like that. Make this mixture like that. You see that? Because remember, the tomatoes will render more and more of its own water. So then what I want to do is I want to take my board, and I'm going to turn it over, because I want to bring this over here, because now I'm going to show you how we're going to finish this. So over here, now we're going to add this entire thing right in here. Because this is what's going to just give this beautiful pasta. Everything. You know, if you ever go to Italy, there's so many different salads. You go to Rome, you go to southern Italy, you go to northern Italy, and everybody have their own recipes. Everybody have their own wonderfulness with their own olive oils and their own everything. Oh, mamma mia, mi piace troppo assai. What did I say in Italian? Mi piace troppo assai. I just like it a lot. And then what I want to do is I was going to use these guys, but why dirty? I don't feel like washing. And then we're just going to start mixing these guys like that. Like that. You don't need a lot. 1/4 of olive oil is enough. We don't want things to be sitting in here like that. Look at that. Look at that. Now what I want to do is I want to bring my tuna. And my tuna, I get this from, you know, I get the tuna from Italy. And when my cousins come to visit from Italy, I always say, hey, bring me some of that beautiful tuna. So now that we're done with that, so what I just kind of want to do is I kind of want to chop this up a little bit. You know, I want to see the tuna. I want to see the tuna. I want to be able to, you know, to be able to enjoy the tuna. Okay, I want to enjoy the tuna. All right, so then what I want to do now is I want to bring this bowl, this little bowl. And you can either use it here, but you know me, I always have to want to make it pretty. We got to make it pretty because wait till I show you. Oh my God. Wait till I show you this. So then now we're just gonna go ahead and put this right in this bowl like this. I mean, you can keep it in the same bowl, guys, okay? But you know, here it's Elena's Cucina. We gotta make it beautiful, you know, for you. And then, like I said, you know what's gonna happen now? Let me get all these guys, because I'm not missing a thing. Because this is deliciousness with this beautiful basil. Oh, mamma mia, che bellezza che stanno fando cani, mamma mia, mamma mia. And then, you know, we're just going to kind of put it like that, like this beautiful thing. Now, if you have sardines, I would put sardines right on top of this, all right? But I don't have sardines. Remember, we are utilizing rolled fillet of anchovies with capers. And then I just want to come over here, and I'm just going to put them, I'm going to use my fingers, because why not? I just want to come over here and bring them all over here. They are so cute, guys. You know, you want to impress, and you want to have a salad, you know, that is so different than anything else. This is the salad. This is the salad, because it's got so much personality like you have. And it's just wonderful. And then what I do is with the rest of that olive oil that came from that, I'm just going to put it right on top. Why not? You know, that is deliciousness, it's flavor. And then what I want to do over here is I want to come over here. I want to use again my beautiful basil right there. I'm just going to kind of dip it in the water, because, you know, I always like to dip things in the water. Why not? And I'm just going to put it right here like so. So because, you know, it's got basil in here. And then I want to come over here. Remember, we had this, you know, and then we want them. And then what I want to do is I want to take a couple of leaves and just kind of drop them off, you know, some leaves. See what I'm doing, guys? Just let them follow wherever they want to go. Gives it a very pretty presentation, a pretty color. Yes. Okay, and now we're not quite done yet. We're not quite done yet. Then take some olive oil. Some good aceto di olio. Everybody, aceto di olio. And then we take this aceto di olio and we just put it like that. Just like that. And then are you guys ready to see this Fregola with tuna? And of course I added the anchovies. And let me show you what we have here. Look at this beautiful sun. Do you see how cute these little guys are? See how cute they are right there, guys? I don't know. Here, let me hold the plate. Can you see that? Can you see that deliciousness? Look at this, look at this. I want to thank all my wonderful sponsors. You know who you are. Thank you so much for joining me. And God bless every single one of you. God bless you.